The oldest female humans come from southern Africa, just where the Sumerians claim we started. Pretty odd coincidence, isn't it? Let's talk about how they did it. They did it with genetic engineering in the House of Fashioning, according to the Sumerians. In the House of Fashioning, where they created not us, but the domesticated plants and animals. And they go over the process, and it's very long and it's very detailed, and they make a lot of mistakes. It's not easy for them to make a sentient being. We work on fruit flies and we do okay. Try to make something like us, Dolly the clone, we saw all the trouble that they had with that. It's not that easy to make a real complex, complicated sentient being. Made a lot of mistakes, had a lot of false alarms, but they eventually did it. Okay, with us, as I said, they were making a lot of mistakes, but they were making a slave and they had a deadline. They had a revolt they were trying to quell, and they had to get it done, and they couldn't waste time. So they're making mistakes. Here you see our full complement of 46 chromosomes, 23 pairs, and here you see 28 of our major genetic deformities. We have, guess how many? Over 4,000 and counting genetic deformities. Now, does that make sense for a species only about 200,000 years old? No. Furthermore, if we descended from chimps and gorillas, they should have everything we've got, or pretty much. A lot of what we've got, and they don't. They have albinism and a few others, but not many. They have very few. All wild animals, all wild plants have very few genetic defects. Why? Because in the wild, what happens to a faulty copy? Get rid of it. Parents won't let it go. They will not let it get up to put their defect into the gene pool. But more importantly, several of these you're looking at here kill you dead before you can reach maturity. How would that get in the gene pool? How would that go from Eskimos to Watusis? The only way is if it was there at the very beginning of the species and it spread out as we multiplied in numbers. And the only way so many defects could get in there is mistakes in the cutting and splicing process as we were being assembled. It's the only way. And they didn't care. Because why? They're making a slave. What do they care if they kill 1 in 100? What do they care if they kill 1 in 10? As long as they got some coming out that work right. And they knew they would because they knew the numbers game here. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is really amazing to me. It is a comparison of human, chimpanzee, gorilla, and orangutan chromosomes. And you see how really similar they are. And you always hear about how similar we are. 95%, 90% sharing the DNA and all. So it really makes it look like